Most fantasy RPGs make you feel like the hero. Fatherfog changes that. But before we can be afraid, we need a character first. Let's sit down and build one together. By the end of this video, we'll have a complete character ready to throw into the fog and see if they survive. If you want to, feel free to follow along with your own dice rolls and decisions. You can download a form-fillable version of the character sheet in the description below. Let's get started. Step 1 is rolling stats. Fatherfog uses 10-sided dice for everything. Roll 66 for each stat and record the results in order, starting with strength, then intellect, and finally will. A stat of 30 would be considered average. We've got a strength of 31, we've got an intellect of 28, and we've got a will of 32. Nothing extraordinary yet, just a pretty normal guy. Next we roll our saves. The different save values are body, mind, and spirit. Roll 5d10 for each of your 3 saves and record the results in order. The in order part seems really specific, and I really like that. A save of 25 would be considered average. For our character, we've got a 22. 22 for body. Mind is a 33. And spirit is also a 33. These are much better than our stats. A 33 seems pretty good, and we've got 2 of them. Step 3 is choosing a class. Your class functions as a framework for your character's past, motivation, or even personality. Pick a class you want to play, and not one you believe your party needs. I think that's important. I think you should do that pretty much on any RPG. Using D&D as an example, I don't think anybody should play a cleric just because the party needs a healer. Everybody should be playing the character that they want to play. If you don't like clerics, and you're in that party, don't just play the cleric. Play what you want. It'll be okay. The party doesn't have to have a healer. Having an entire fellowship of strangers or hunters can be just as fun as a diverse crew. There are 4 classes at Fatherfog: workers with a strong backbone in any village, artisans, makers, and toolsmiths. Philosophers are the educated, believing the mind to be the strongest weapon in any situation. They are your doctors, historians, and researchers. Hunters are the brave few who venture into the fog in hopes of bringing back food for the people. Strangers are the ones who unnerve others due to their off-putting appearance. They have no memories prior to the moment they emerge from the fog. Mark your class, then alter your stats and saves accordingly. Looking at these stats and saves, it's a hard choice on which class to play. Our saves are better than our stats, which seems really abnormal. I think I know what I want to do. Leave a comment letting me know which class you would build if you rolled these numbers. I'm looking at our mind save and thinking that could use an extra plus 40, so I'm thinking we're going to go stranger. We don't need these other saves, right? It'll be fine. So going down the list in order, got plus 5 to our intellect, which brings that up to 33. Looking at our will, that becomes a 37 because we get a plus 5. That's 37. Body is minus 10. That goes down to 12. Our poor guy. Spirit also goes down to 23, but our mind goes up to 73. So, final stats: strength 31, intellect 33, will 37, body a very sad 12, mind is a great 73, and spirit is a 23. This guy does not seem like he's going to survive very long, but that's horror for you. Let's also take this time to mark fog lore and fog vision, so we don't forget those later, and let's mark our 5 skill points for later. Next is class trait. This one's pretty easy. Each class handles situations differently. This is represented with class traits. Class traits will come into play during the game. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. There isn't really a lot to do on this step, mostly just taking a mental note or highlighting your specific trait on your sheet. In our case, picking a stranger, that's when non-stranger party members touch you or wake up in your presence, they lose 2 hope. Easy. Now that we're starting to know who this character is, let's talk about their equipment. All characters wear a rucksack on their backs to hold their equipment. Choose one of the rucksacks available to your class. Each class has 3 options, one of which is common to all classes. For our stranger, we have Extraction, which looks like it has a pretty diverse inventory. Excommunication looks pretty directly aimed toward fog explorers. We also have access to the 3rd option that all classes can take, Exploration. This one seems the most well-rounded. We don't want well-rounded. Extraction is the weirdest list, so let's go with that. You get a whip, knuckle dusters, a lockpick, a face scarf, 1d10 throwing daggers, 1 torch, and 2 rations. I rolled these daggers and got a 0, so we won't be needing those. This next part had an equivalent in Mothership and was my favorite part of character creation. I'm very happy to see it make a return here. Roll Cloak, Brooch, Trinket, and Coin. Every character that ventures into the fog has a cloak secured and plays with a brooch. They also have a personal trinket and some coin. Each of these may inspire additional flavor for your character. Let's roll and see what we get. Rolling for Cloak, we got a 2. That means our cloak is orange. The color of energy, boldness, brightness, naivety, youth, curiosity, and comfort. What a very interesting collection of words. Because cloaks are ubiquitous, so is the use of metallic brooches to secure them. Roll on this table during character creation for a random brooch. These small clasps provide a small opportunity for reverence and self-expression. Indeed, they are often used as a small yet common form of identification in the world. Rolling a d100, we got a 22. That means our brooch is a blunderbuss. That's pretty sick. Many keep a personal trinket as a keepsake. You are no exception. Roll on this table during character creation for a random trinket your character keeps on them at all times. Why? The reason is personal and meaningful to your character. This time our d100 gave us 4. Looking at that on the table gives us a pressed flower. Interesting. Moving on to coin. Coin is the currency in Fatherfog. Each character begins with a coin purse. Each coin is about 1 inch in diameter. 100 coin weighs about 1 pound. Roll on the table below to determine your starting coin and the story behind it. This time the d100 was 18. A beautiful song was heard near water. People mistook you as the source and cheered as they threw you coin. 36 coin to be exact. Next is something really special in Fatherfog. This is Legacy Artifact. Legacy artifacts are supernatural items from folklore. Only the first character you create receives a legendary artifact. When your first character dies, your next character inherits your legacy artifact. Often, players like to keep their legacy artifact private. In this case, you and your guide privately share the result of your roll. In this case, we're doing it publicly. I rolled a 5. Looking at them on the table gives us the Truth Pick. This sliver of wood stands upright when near unnatural things or detecting magic. We are almost done. Step 8 is buy skills. Each class comes preloaded with relevant skills. Additionally, each class has a number of skill points to spend on skills during character creation. Spend or save your skill points now, but remember, each skill costs 5 points, and to take a skill you must first possess one of its prerequisite skills, if applicable. Keep track of any unused skill points. We do have 5 skill points that we saved from earlier. We already got 36 coin from supposedly singing even though we didn't do it, but being a stranger, perhaps we forgot that we were singing and we're actually quite talented. I'm going to take those 5 skill points and put them into performance. I think that would be funny. Finishing. This is it. Completing the last steps. We're on the home stretch. Fill out your hope. It starts at 100, and the maximum hope is 100. Alright, sounds easy. Hope 100. There's enough space there. I did not plan this well. Pretend that says 100. Fill out your health. You start at your maximum health, and your maximum health is always equal to your strength. So that means our starting strength is 31. And this should fit without an issue. And it does, look at that. Record your defense. Most starting characters have 0 defense. Leather armor provides 1 defense. In our case, defense is 0, we don't have any. Fill your water skin with water. Water skin full. Finally, name your character, and you're ready to go. The idea of having a character that's lied his way to fame seems pretty silly to me. I think I have a pretty good name. His name is going to be Mr. Bamboozle. And that's it. That's the whole sheet. You can add in info if you have, like, you know, as you flesh out your character, you can add in more info in the info section. And if you wanted to, you can draw a little picture, but I'm not very artistic, so I won't be doing that. But in any case, this is good enough to get us to the table. It's complete, it's ready to go. Hopefully you were able to follow along and create your character. If you found value in this and you're still watching, please consider subscribing. It does help me stay motivated to keep making content like this. Fatherfog recommends having a backup character ready to go, so in an effort to help you get to the table faster, I provided several character sheets including this one to download for free in the description. Also in the description you'll find a link to download Fatherfog itself from the Tuesday Night Games website. Fatherfog is free. I recommend checking it out. You've watched this whole video, why wouldn't you? Thank you for joining me on this journey into the fog. If you're interested in more Fatherfog, I have a whole playlist of shorts where I break down a lot of the system very quickly. I've got more Fatherfog stuff on the way, as well as a lot more. Thank you for watching, and good luck out there in the fog.